And this last module, which we haven't done yet, I'll be doing in a few weeks, is a sort of an anger module where I bought this foam baseball bat, and my therapist will be giving me lines about like things I wish I could say to like mom and dad, like, I wish you were there for me. I wish you weren't sick. And then I yell it at the top of my lungs and like hit the pillow on the couch while doing it to like,
Right.
really get the anger out because those angry feelings are still stuck in there. But yeah, it's a lot of different modules like that interspersed with like, oh, it's an open group this week. How's the week been? What challenges have you had? What's the update and everything? I'm really an advocate for that format.
Right, right. I've done that exercise too. It's very
Oh
cathartic.
yeah.
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 I did it, with with my fists. I used to have a lot of anger issues, and
Yeah.
I would break things and hit the wall. I would just punch the wall and kick the wall, and that was so painful. I was labeled, "Oh, you're so explosive and you just can't
Mm.
control your anger." And I've worked on myself so much, and I understood with time that really I was so angry and frustrated at life, and that had
Yeah.
really overwhelmed me. And I was in such pain that I wanted to feel it physically. That's why I would punch a wall. I mean, one time I almost fractured my hand. I just went, "Mah,"
Wow.
and
Yeah.
I fell to the ground. And it was only then that I was devastated physically by the pain that I would be like, okay, well, that's enough. And
Yeah.
I've broken about, well, because I'm talking in the last 10 years, I've not broken a phone, but the previous 10 years, I'd broken about maybe 13. And
Oh,
I have,
wow.
I have a friend who her parents, her mum was alcoholic. And
Mm-hmm.
so we haven't had a lot of overlapping childhood experiences because basically her mum and my mum, you weren't talking to mothers who had rational minds. You couldn't rationalize with them. And so my friend also had these anger issues. Man, we would talk about it and just really laugh. And she said, "Well, how many phones have you broken?" "Well, I don't know, like maybe about 8." That was me back then. And she'd be like, "Man, I've
Uh-huh.
broken so many." I'd just be like, "Rah!" And I said, "The last time I broke my home phone, I was like, shit, now I've got to make a call and I don't have a phone."
Yeah.
And but it was because I really wanted to feel the pain physically on a physical level, because it was too much for me in my mind. So I mean, I've worked on that a lot because it was very painful for me, and it was also painful. I was never physically violent with anybody, but your words can be very violent as well, and that's how I
Yeah.
hurt other people, being so explosive. And I was like, I can't keep doing this same cycle because I'm hurting people that are closest to me, and I'm hurting myself, and I'm losing money breaking things. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I think anger is a very real outcome from this situation
Yeah.
that we go through.
Yeah.
And that exercise of really putting out the anger is a
Yeah.
really good one.
I'm excited to do it. Yeah. Growing up for me, I do sort of similar to what your mom did. Whenever I would like start getting angry, I'd like smack myself in the forehead till like the pain got enough that it was distracting and it would like push away the thoughts of like being sad and angry about mom. Like just needing to like get it out, but also like shove it down. I think that's sort of like what I did with my feelings was just like, just shove them in there. Dad tells me not to think about it. Family tells me like, oh, just like do good in school and everything. But but yeah, now I know it's like no, I gotta like get it out in like a healthy way. I want to like get back to exercising to just like move my body again and everything. But
Yes.
yeah, I need you and I, we needed to be told that, like, yeah, you have a lot of anger in you. Here's like a healthy way to like get it out. It's okay to be angry. You're right to be angry, you know?
Yes. Yeah, don't break another phone.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God. I broke so many things. My mom, my mom would be, once she was stable, because my mom was very ill for 10 years and I didn't understand why she was so ill, but it was 10, 11 years later until I understood the diagnosis. And then I was very adamant and involved in my mum's recuperation, her getting stable. And I remember I would get angry and she would be the calm one, because when my mum is on
Yeah.
medication, she's back to her old sweet self. And I remember I was so mad once that I kicked the bathroom, one of the walls,
Mm-hmm.
and I broke one of the tiles. And I thought, ah, man. And I tried to pull out the tile, and the whole row of tiles
Oh
just went.
no. Oh no.
And my mum said, "Oh, there you go again. You're always breaking everything." And I was like, "Shit."
Yeah.
Because I made it. See, that was the problem, that me releasing that anger created these other massive problems and shame in my own self. So I had to
Yeah.
deal with that, because I couldn't I couldn't continue being that way. Like, me as Sandra, I was like, man, you have to get your shit together. You can't be this way.
Yeah.
It's nobody's
Yeah.
fault. It's not even the object's fault. It's
Yeah.
just you need to start getting getting with it up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been I know you're in a big city, they must have it. Have you been to one of those rage rooms where you can pay money and they zip you up in like a protective suit and they give you like a hammer and a bunch of like
Oh,
plates and stuff, and you can like pay extra money to like smash a printer or something, and you can just like go to town. I've been wanting to go to one of those places. I've not been yet.
oh, I think me 10 years ago, that would have been a fabulous option. That would have just been like
Yeah.
me. I would have
Yeah.
just torn up the place. Right now, I'm just like, oh, I think that's too violent for me. But
Yeah. Yeah.
because I mean, I've gone the other way. I've
Yeah.
actually just, my reaction now when I get mad is I just stay quiet and I'm like, okay, until I've recentered, I'm not even going to open my mouth, because
Oh wow.
this can be dangerous,
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
opening my mouth. But I know that that helps a lot of people, because you're really getting it all out.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
physical way of venting, like of
Yeah.
letting everything go. And it must be
Yeah.
satisfying, because I mean, I felt that satisfaction when I broke all those phones.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Here
you
here's
should.
breaking things that are less important. They're meant to be broken, you know?
Right. Plates. I've
Yeah.
never broken a plate. I've never gone, ah.
Me neither. Me neither. It
No.
feels like it must be so satisfying to like hear it and to feel it, you know?
Right. And just the
Yeah.
crunch, right, underneath the hammer. And I think, I mean, if you're on the anger module now, then that might be a fun experience and a good one too, very cathartic.
Yeah. I'm thinking I might go like during the holidays or after the holidays, maybe, to be like, all right, it's over. I'm gonna treat myself to this, you know?
Yeah, do it. Make
Yeah.
it your Christmas gift to yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah.